Alright fellas, we're back on our Pokemon TCG Pocket video where we ourselves the Eevee Grove set release. I do apologize that this video took a little bit to get out, but of course, you know, everyone wanted to just slam out Pokemon content. Oh, bam, Pokemon Masters dropped something. Pokemon TCG Pocket dropped something. The actual TCG got a new trademark. It's like, bruh. Okay, cool. So, been trying to fan those flames. Or I guess put them out, but whatever. It's fine. It's like 11:30 p.m. We're gonna take a look at these cards here. Yeah, okay, let's see how these look. I don't know. We're gonna see. We got Tropius. All right, cool. This stuff that's gonna be focusing on evolutions, but there are non-EV cards, right? Makes sense. Leafeon, which has 20 more damage for each leaf energy attached to the Pokemon. I don't know how good that is. Maybe like, you know, superior help or like the help of Leafeon EX itself, it could be good. Especially given that, you know, it's a basic Pokemon, want energy to use the move, but obviously energy cost doesn't necessarily matter considering, you know, Leafeon's gonna need a lot. So this thing feels like a... It makes me think of like Celebi and how like you want to just stack up a crap load of energy on Celebi, but it, you know, it's not RNG based, but you get like, you know, 30 less damage, where Celebi obviously does 50 damage per head, while Leafeon here is gonna do, you know, 20 damage effectively guaranteed for every, you know, grass energy, right? Which still can be like really good if you can get that far, but like low HP, it could be good. It could be good. I don't know. It could be fun. Bounce we've seen in Serena. I like the arts for these. I think this is a reuse art. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, I'm so good at recognizing those. Apparently, I know 100% this one is. This might be okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, with this Serena, your opponent reveals a random card from their deck. Cannon shells into our deck. That sounds really good. 140 HP, 50 damage, 1 energy cost too. Like you can get this thing out on the field and boom, just have the enemy screw up the enemy's hand. That could be real fun. Applin and Appleton, Sweets Relay, 40 plus damage. If one of your Pokemon uses Sweets Relay during your last turn, this attack does 30 more damage. So if you use it, it's like Crabominable, right? Where for the most part, where you can get some extra damage out of it. Not terrible, but just kind of have to see how it goes. It's definitely not terrible though. You can make it work. Flareon, Assisting Heater, 40 damage. Take a fire energy from your energy and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. That could be pretty good. The iffy thing with that, it's like Lilligant. This is kind of like Lilligant to me. Like the original genetic Apex Lilligant. That feels pretty good. Not like overpowered good, but good. And you can make this work, I think. You definitely can. Especially if you want to run this like Flareon EX here, which has Combust. Once during your turn, may attach a fire energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. If you do 20 damage to this Pokemon, that's kind of taking 20 damage yourself. But like you get this 130 power move, but I mean discard fire energy could be iffy. You know, you can make this work though, maybe. Though I don't really know like the massive benefit to running this Flareon EX over just like Charizard EX or something. If you're gonna run an EX fire type, I mean there's a lot of other EX fire types you can run that are probably less risk than this. Thorcall to discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. Oh, this is like a basic Ninetales. I like that. That's fun. I like Ninetales, so this is fun to have. But also it can't be boosted by Blaine like Ninetales can. Litten, Torcat, Incineroar. Regular Incineroar here. This is our third Incineroar, because we have Incineroar EX, I think another Incineroar, and then this one, I think. I could be wrong. Whatever. Darkest Lariat, even though it's fire. 100. Why didn't they make this dark? If you're going to give it Darkest Lariat, make this card dark. I guess maybe you can't evolve it from a non-dark type. I don't know. Whatever. 100 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 100 damage for each heads. Damn. That's pretty decent. If you can get it, especially if you get really lucky, right? It's like a fully, it's like a more evolved version and basic version of like Marowak EX in a sense. Okay. And then Salandit and Salazzle Combustion, you know, the typical 90 HP, 40 damage card. Yeah, it makes sense. Vaporeon, I love this artwork. This is such adorable artwork, by the way. It's so cute. 3 energy, Hyper Whirlpool, 70 damage. Flip a coin until you get tails. I should probably like make this here to view. Okay, that's just not even gonna do anything. Flip a coin until you get tails for each head. Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, if you can get a lot of energy that way to Vaporeon, that could be really good. And if you run the other Vaporeon, you can get a lot of good like energy fluidity that way. So I mean, you can definitely get this to work. I mean, that's not bad at all. Glaceon Ice Blade. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I think that's good. I like this. That's a great ability. Being able to hit your opponent's bench very effectively can be very, very strong. Then, oh, another Sweets Relay. So they're giving it to Appletun and then Vanillite here. Okay, Sweets Relay, and Double Spell. They just screwed it up with Vanillix, whatever. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 80 damage for each heads. Okay, so it's likely Incineroar here. A little bit weaker. Fair enough. Okay. It also takes less energy, though. Alomomola, 3 energy Water Pulse. Your opponent's Pokemon is now asleep. That's not what Water Pulse does, but I'll allow it to pass. And then finally, Primarina EX. This is where we get Primarina EX. People are like, where's Primarina EX? You know, when we got Decidueye and Incineroar EX, and well, finally, we got it here. 1 energy for Hydro Pump. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra water gene attached, does 40. Wow, okay. And Sparkling Aria, heal 20 damage? That seems pretty good. I mean, yeah, okay, that seems pretty damn good. Like, Primarina can bump up her damage really, really quickly and then start healing up once, you know, her energy gets high enough. That's cool. Jolteon. If this Pokemon evolved during this turn, this attack does 20 more damage. Only during this turn. I mean, still, though, 60 damage, you know. Otherwise, you still do 40. I mean, that's pretty good for what you expect of a 1 energy, you know, first Stage 1 Pokemon. Jolteon Galvantula. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not paralyzed. That's iffy, but that also can be strong. I guess, you know, run them like Pachirisu or something. You know, something that can like act as an energy battery. Something. But I don't know. It's like okay, at least. Espeon, this is from like Evolving Skies? Lost Thunder. Lost Thunder. I love the artwork though. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. 20 damage for each energy attached to, so does it do, I don't know how it works, frankly. Does it like take whatever, does it take the combined total of all the enemy's energy and like, you know, put that into one attack for one Pokemon, or does it do like 20 damage per enemy's like energy that it's attached to? Like if one enemy has 4 energy, another enemy has 3 energy, is it going to do like 80 damage to the one enemy and 60 damage to the other, or is it going to take those, combine them to 140 and do that damage to like the active Pokemon? I'm going to assume it does it to the active Pokemon, which is still, like, that's really, really good. That sounds like it could be really strong, like, late game. You just pull this thing out, attack a Psychic Energy to it, and boom, like, you're an enemy that has, like, 8 different energies active. Like, boom, whatever you attack is dead. Wow. It does get diminishing returns, though, I guess, you know. It does less damage because more Pokemon are going to die. Woobat and Swoobat, again, pretty basic here, 100 HP, 40 damage stuff. Swirlix and Slurpuff, another Sweets Relay Pokemon. Is this one stronger? It is. This one does 40 and then 30. The Vanillite does 30 and then 20, and then Slurpuff does 30 and then 60. So if you want to run all these Pokemon together somehow, by some method, you know, this needs grass, this needs water, and thankfully Slurpuff just needs colorless. You know, you can have some fun with that. It could be fun. It can be. Oh, and also Alchemy. 40 damage. Is 40 damage for each time your opponent uses Sweets Relay during this game? Oh my... Oh, Sweets Overload. Not Sweets Relay. It's Sweets Overload. Holy shit. Alright. That sounds fun. That sounds like a very fun team. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. I like that. Anyway, moving back. Evo Harmony on Sylveon here. 40 damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. I wish it said evolution. That'd be so funny. That's cool though. 30 more damage, so you know, 130 damage max from this thing. That could be really good. Does it do more damage if it's a stage like 2? You know, like does it count Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard? If you have Charizard, does it count as 2, or is it just, you know, 1? Probably just 1, right? Sylveon EX. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand, to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may draw 2 cards. Okay, so, you know, it's just basically a one-time use ability. It's like, oh, you now get 2 cards. Okay, fair enough. A little bit weaker on the weaker end of things. I think I'd rather honestly just run the Sylveon, but hey, this could be good for some draw stuff if you really want it. If that's really valuable to you, at least. Mimikyu, try to imitate. Flip a coin if heads. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. I'm not a big fan of those gimmicks. And the Sweets Relay and Sweets Overload again from these two. I love that. I really do. Wow, we still got a lot to go. Okay. Barboach, Whiscash. Okay, I like what Whiscash does here. I'm not. Okay, the fact that he's fighting energy is fine, but then colorless. Okay, the color. Sorry, I reverse that. The colorless is good. Only needing colorless, but the fact it's like 4 of them is kind of iffy to me. But if you can get that, I mean, this thing could be pretty strong. 10 damage to each of the bench. You know, that's like the Blizzard, but it's a lot of single target damage. I kind of like it. This Meanfu is pretty fun as well. But then Mean Xiao, 2 energy, 70 damage. Similar to like Torkoal, but Torkoal also removes its energy, so it's a little bit more weird. But Torkoal's also a basic, right? Makes sense. Okay. Carbink. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. If heads. Okay, so if you get really lucky, you can just stall out the entire game. Love that. Cool. Umbreon, Dark Binding. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. That could be pretty good for like stalling your enemy's ability to like whittle you down while they're setting up or while you're setting up. If you have Umbreon out, of course. But also they can just evolve and well, boom, you're cooked, right? Sableye, I remember this artwork. Yeah. I think I have this card somewhere, which is pretty old, but still. To scratch 30 damage. Parlin and Lipard, another one of these 90 HP, 70 damage dealers. Cool. Discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. This could be very fun. This could be really good. Mawile, let's see if flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Okay. Togedemaru, during your opponent's next turn, if the Pokemon is damaged by an attack, do 30 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So like you could play that whole like Druddigon Rocky Helmet type thing again, but with Togedemaru here. Oh god. And then Meltan and Melmetal. So this Melmetal has, I believe, a little bit more HP, but does not have the damage reduction ability of the other Melmetal, and it takes 1 energy less, but it does 30 damage less. Yeah, I don't know. I like other Melmetal a little bit more, frankly. I don't know. Would I rather run that Meltan or this one, though? Because this one can do damage, but the other one can, like, give itself energy. So, I see the value of both. You know, you can actually do damage with this one. The other one, you can build up to Melmetal faster. Anyway, Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite EX. Same energy needs as, like, the regular Dragonite, but I think it's actually, well, water and electric specifically. With a Giga Impact, 180 power, and then you can't attack. I mean, that's sure as shit KOing most things. Most things. Just not, like, Venusaur. Probably Venusaur with, like, the grassy thing. The grass leaf cape, whatever, that gives it HP. That thing. Something like that. That seems pretty strong, though. At least it could be. Damn, we got a lot of cards left. Drampa, Dragon Breath, flip a coin. If tails, this attack... Okay, this attack does nothing. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Gotta love that RNG, man. Gotta love it. It is colorless, though. Eevee, collect, draw a card. I think this is, like, unironically the best Eevee card. We've gotten so many damned Eevee cards. Like, it's actually insane. But I think this is probably our best one. Yeah, tackle. Tail Whip, Tackle. This one's the same as this one. This is the same as this one. This is the same as this one. Quick Attack, Continuous Step. I think this one's pretty good too. Growl's like okay, I guess. Tail Whip's not really that great. I think out of all of them though, I would like to run Collect. I'd draw a card. Just draw a card. That could be very, very helpful. I like that. Eevee EX, and then of course it can evolve. We've seen this, and then Bite just do 30 damage. I like it. I think I don't know if people like don't like Eevee EX or not, or something like that, but like. I think EVX is really good just because, of course, it can get caught. But, like, that's if you don't have your evolutions and stuff, right? And if you don't have your evolutions, then, like, well, the bad shit's going to happen anyway. But in terms of, like, just, like, starting out the game, like, against your opponent, you know, unlikely they'll be able to do a crap ton of damage to you early on. You've got 90 HP. You've got the ability to do a little bit of damage, and you can evolve the thing. Like, it's got pretty good bulk, given the 90 HP as a basic Pokemon, right? I like it. I like this, okay? Snorlax EX, at the end of your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, heal 20 damage. Damn. Okay. 4 energy costs, flop down punch, 130 damage. This Pokemon is now asleep. Yeah, 4 energy costs. I'm not big on that. Not really. I don't like 4 energy retreat costs, 4 energy usage here, even though it is colorless, and yeah, the Pokemon's now asleep, even though it has HP recovery and stuff. I was like, its HP is not good enough for that. I wouldn't say so, given that it's asleep. Just a lot of RNG in that, but a card game, so it makes sense. Apom, double hit. Cool. Okay. Able to have palm. Once during your turn, you may put a random Pokemon tool card from your deck into your hand. That could be really good. That could be a very, very good thing if depending on how many of those you have. Then Corkscrew Punch, pretty basic damage. Okay. Chatot, Tone Deaf. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. That could be a very annoying basic to have out. Just as like a starter Pokemon, like the Farfetch'd and stuff like that. Audino, 2 colorless energy to the wave, 20 times damage. This attack is 20 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Up to 60 damage. Whatever. We've got these 90, 70s being thrown around everywhere. This is not that great. Minchino and Chinchino. Alright, another 90 HP, 40 damage, 1 energy cost. Basic stuff. Greedent, 3 energy, 50 plus. This one was a Pokemon tool attached to the goddamn. This deck does 50 more damage, like Pachirisu EX. Except it does more damage, I believe, than Pachirisu EX. Which is funny. 3 energy cost is a little iffy, but I like the fact that only 2 energy retreat costs, and 3 is better than 4 here. So 100 damage out of that with a basic, or like a stage 1 colorless Pokemon. I kind of like that. I think it's pretty decent. We know what the Eevee bag does. This thing's pretty good. If you have any of your evolutions, you can heal them or make them do more damage. I like it. That's a good item. Leftovers. At the end of your turn, if this Pokemon card is attached to is an active spot, heal 10 damage. A little bit of HP recovery. That could be a lot. That could end up being better than what's it called? The plus 20 HP. I fucking forget. It's too late for this stuff. The Giant Cape. Is it the Giant Cape? Yeah. The whatever. Yeah, that thing. Plus 20 HP you get from that thing. This thing healing 10 HP every time your Pokemon's in the active slot. That could end up being like more value. It could be. How during this turn, attacks used by your Decidueye EX, Incineroar EX, or Permanent EX do plus 30 damage. Wow. So if you're just running the main starter set as EX Pokemon, you just get free damage from it. That's insane. That's pretty good. Look at a random supporter card that's not Penny from your opponent's deck. Shuffle it back into their deck. Use the effect of that card as the effect of this card. Just shuffle. That's so funny. You just shuffle it back into their deck, and then you just use the effect of that card on the enemy. So if it's like a Sabrina, well, have fun. If it's a Nurse Joy, great. If it's a red, well, their EX Pokemon's not taking more damage. There's a lot of things you can have a lot of fun with this Penny. That could be very fun. All right, so that's all the main new cards in terms of like functionality. I like the trainers. I mean, all of these seem really good in terms of items and trainers, like just for general deck enhancement. Let's get to the beautiful illustration rares. I've already been opening a few packs of the set. I love these illustration rares, dude. They're so good, so worth it, so worth it. This Leafeon's beautiful. I love Glaceon. Favorite evolution. I gotta get this. I gotta get hundreds of them, please. I will do anything for this damn thing. This is a beautiful Jolteon as well. This Espeon is so pretty. Man, these are such good illustrations. Major props to all the artists involved with this. The Vaporeon underwater looks so cute. The Fire, bro, I like this. It's like, it's not even meant to be fire. It's meant to be like a not Twilight, but like a dusk kind of, look to it, and with like a red, red field. Looks like fire. That is such good design. The artists are amazing on this. So of course, we get ourselves the full arts here, full arts of How and Penny, and then we get ourselves the illustration rare full arts with Flareon EX, Primarina EX, Sylveon EX, Dragonite EX, and Snorlax EX. I love this Dragonite EX. I love the hot air balloons all around it. It's such a good cartoonish style. It's super pretty, and the Sylveon's looking amazing as well here. It's very, very nice. And then yeah, Flareon, Primarina, and Snorlax. These are all super good. Okay, immersive Eevee. I've not watched the video. Can I find the video is a better one. I need to see it. Okay, I need to see this immersive Eevee video. This has got to be good. Well, let's find out, I guess. Okay, I found one. I'm not gonna play audio, but let's go ahead and take a look-see here at this. Please feature all the evolutions. It should, right? Yeah, there we go. It's got them all. Oh, that's beautiful. That's cute. There's Glacier in the background. Awesome. That's what we want to see. Yeah, exactly. Is that it? That the whole anime? Oh, Flareon's right there. Right. Aw, yeah, that's cool. That's good. That's a good immersive. A very good immersive. That's nice. That's very, very nice. Okay. Very good immersive. Very good. All right. Pinsir. Okay, so a lot of the shinies here are from the shiny Gardevoir. Genetic Apex. We do have one from. Yeah. Okay. But we also have the shiny Gallade EX here from whichever Space Time Smackdown, right? I think all the I'm pretty sure in the Leak Slap Farfetch'd. Fun popular card. Yeah, oh, I like them. I like the shinies. I mean, like, all these shinies are cool and stuff, but it's like you don't really ever get to use them. Not often, anyway. Because you don't pull them. That's the big one. I love the shiny legendary birds, by the way. Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos EX all shiny. I actually really like these cards. I would love to pull all of these just because they'd be so cool to have in a trio. Okay, I think that's all the cards. All the cards for Eevee Grove. I mean, evolution-based set. A lot of people are going to like this set. I do want to get a lot of the cards for it. It's just I'm so busy, like, with so many different projects, work, like classes. Like I'm so busy, like I'm in 30 different directions being pulled basically, and so I can't really like play a lot of the game in order to like grind up hourglasses to open packs. So, but I'm not really worried about it at the same time. I've got many other things to do. But anyway, yeah, I'm loving the set. This set's looking really cool. So I guess next we'll go over all the new events that come with this. We'll see like what they've got, what the promo packs they've got. I'm very curious. So I guess I'll see you all over there. And yeah, I'll see you later. I hope you all enjoyed. Peace.